Bruce's big call. Dinar Intel Tuesday night, August 19, 25. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Transcribed by Wiser, now emailed to recaps. Intel only. Welcome everybody to Big Call tonight. It is August 19th, and you're listening to the Big Call. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Those of you who didn't hear the pre-call information, we talked about music, about seams on a baseball, we talked about hitting a tennis ball, all of that. So you missed that. Well, you're gonna catch a lot of the good information tonight. I'm looking forward to doing the call with you guys tonight. Let's talk about the intel in the few minutes that we have left. It was an important call that I just got it. Glad I took it, even though it was an interruption, something that couldn't be avoided. But let me say this, we've had intel that has been at the time we receive it. It seems like it's right on the money. This is coming from good sources, either high up in Wells Fargo, either redemption center leaders, bond paymasters. Some of it is special force guys, etc., etc. We've got really good connections. Well, today we have heard that there were certain transactions that had to take place where some of the bond paymasters had to travel to get new documents signed, and all of that for their clients. They accomplished that, and they had until midnight tonight to do it. And they made it. They made the deadline, and all of that was good. Now the question is, where does that put us? Does it complete everything? That needs to be done from our perspective and the bondholders and bond paymasters' perspective. The answer is yes, but I have to be honest with you guys. I'm going to be honest with you and tell you, it's not the whole picture. It's the picture that we're seeing, that we're getting, and we're getting stuff. And there's a lot of people that have signed brand new NDAs, bank people. You know, a lot of people that we're talking to, a lot of the sources, have clammed up because they're under brand new NDAs and it's hard to get to know exactly what's going on. For example, we have not heard that specifically about the Social Security increases or about the Doge payments, which are really tariff rebates. But I can tell you this and this, I just found out. Remember the 8 world leaders from Europe that were in the White House yesterday, signing off documents, signing things that was all for peace with Russia and Ukraine. I can tell you that all of that was finished and signed off minutes ago. And that's what prompted the call. Now we've got that happening. And I said, did this have to happen? Did we have to have that peace happen before we went for exchanges and so on? The answer was yes. Now we didn't know that until now, but thank God that is done. And that we think everything from that aspect, and I'm talking about President Trump's aspect, the idea of peace and the idea of getting peace. In the Gaza with Israel and Hamas. You know that? I don't know where that stands right now, but I know that the 6 wars that President Trump already ended in the first 6 months of his administration now is 7 months. We're in the 7th month, and now he's already finished up with Ukraine and Russia. They have a finished peace agreement. Thank God. So where does that put us? Well, you guys know, if you know anything about Nasara and Gesera, you know that world peace has to be established before it starts. Well, guess what? These had to be established before we started getting exchanges done. Okay, so I wasn't sure that was going to be the case, that if it was, and the good news is that part is done now. What has to happen from now to get us notified, to get us paid, to get everything coming? I'm just going to say it this way. It looks as though there's a little bit more time that is needed for the process to finish occurring. And I can't tell you exactly when, but this was a milestone today to have that peace agreement finished, and I think that we're in really good shape. I'm not going to predict it a day to day. I've stuck my neck out there believing that it was going to happen tomorrow or the next day. Or the next day. And guess what? I've been wrong. I've been wrong more times, probably than I've been right. But there are so many factors in this. As simple as we think it's complicated than we know, and I know a lot about it that I can't even talk about. I don't know everything either. I have a pretty good idea what's going on, and we're in really good shape. And it is coming, and it should be this month, should be the month of August, but here we are. Today's what, the 19th? I think we're going to get it before the end of the month, but I'm not going to say it's tomorrow or Thursday. I'm just not sorry. I wish I could, but I'd be lying. And I'm not going to lie to you. So that is the gist of what I wanted to bring out. It came out differently than I had planned. But that call changed a lot of what I know. Okay, so I'm going to say I'm content to know that we're on the right track. Everything's moving. There's a major milestone to hit that piece. Important, very important document needed to be signed by midnight, and then now at midnight, certain other aspects But this whole process has to happen, and it's a little complicated, and I don't even understand it all, but I understood what was said to me. So let's do this. It's late. Let's go ahead and pray the call out. And we'll look forward to Sue's class, starting tomorrow and going through Thursday as well. And we'll see you guys on the call Thursday night. Let's see if I can give us an update. Then, okay, alright, I'm going to shut this program down, turn off. And you guys have a good night. And we'll look to talk to you to Thursday night. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: Dinar Recaps.